It's almost like, hey, what is up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited and super excited to watch the men's national team U23 Olympic qualifying squad play Mexico tomorrow. Yeah. And so, with that being said, I don't know about you guys, but I was really, really bored watching the first half. It looked like kind of just going through it, kind of like those tournament nerves. You know what's really interesting, I thought as well, is that the US is dealing with expectation um, for the first time in a very, very long time. And we're not just talking like that, the average expectation. We're talking about, you know, um, expectation of being the best, being one of the better teams throughout this whole competition and actually qualifying for it. Um, although it's always said, like, hey, like we're actually like up there, now they're actually there. They're actually up there. This is Jackson Yule's goal.
First time crossing, Johnny's there, it's off the bar! Correa trying to hold it in, Yule a chance. Salcedo his last touch before coming out. Yule got the touch, and the U.S. scores! Jackson Yule redirecting the cross from Salcedo. Doesn't matter how it comes, just that it does. An hour played in Guadalajara. Finally, the United States out in front. Fitting on a night like tonight for the United States that both players that were.
Now, I want to start by saying that obviously, it was not a weaker team, but I'd say there was a lot of rotation. Um, and with that being said, I think a lot of things kind of played into the hands of Dominican Republic as the lineups will change quite a bit. I mean, if we look at the stats, and I'll pull up the stats over here now, um, it was just absolutely madness. It was it was wild just thinking about it, right? Like there was no reason for uh for the Dominican Republic to just um yeah, for them just to like literally just sit back. It kind of felt like they were never gonna score really. They had that one good chance like right at the beginning of the half, but other than that, it was it was pretty much a dominant performance. Um, and and yeah, it was just madly one-sided. Like they had one shot on goal. Uh, the US had 74% possession, so they didn't even keep any possession at all. Passes tripled their amount basically. Pass accuracy was on point as well. I will say, um, one of the things that I'm interested in into like seeing and stuff like that is the goal difference is going to be very important. So this next match could decide who we're playing. The next round, it could decide if we're playing, obviously Canada or Honduras. Um, Personally, like I'm fairly sure that it will be Canada. I don't I don't know. Mexico just looked really really good, really smooth as like the whole unit. But I'm not ruling out the US because I've only really seen the US play um, together as a team going at it for I don't know what 40 minutes. Um, but yeah, what do I expect from tomorrow's game? I expect some changes from the Mexican team. Uh, from the US too, I expect it to go kind of similar to what like the first game kind of looked like. I think this will probably be the hardest game that the US play, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think the other group is as strong. Honduras and Canada look good. I watched Canada yesterday actually, and I don't think they're all that great to be honest. If I'm being completely honest, because they have Tyler Buchanan, but other than that, they just look kind of off. And like honestly, Haiti should have won that game, which would have made that group a whole lot more interesting going into tomorrow and the day after that. But you know what? It is what it is. Um, yeah. So it was a really really good game. I really enjoyed it. And it was really really interesting. So So from the first game, I believe. Um, okay, here we go. So I believe Herrera and Ochoa came out, and I am fairly sure that Kessler didn't start. Um, but I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure Pineda started actually. And then I don't think who else here. No, yeah, I think that was it. One thing I do want to say is Jesus Ferreira. You could kind of see like how the Dominican Republic team was just like basically man marking him. They were playing into their and it was playing into their hands actually. I thought that he was about to get a red card at some point actually. Um, and yeah, it's something to watch out for going forward. I think a lot of teams will kind of start doing that a little bit more. I don't know if he plays or if he starts next game just because he's on a yellow. And I believe in this competition, two yellow cards equal um, a red card if I'm like a suspension for the next game, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think David Ochoa will start the next game as well. I know that Mexico kind of played different. The Mexican team is really interesting in how they play out of the back, and just going forward. They don't necessarily like dribble a whole ton. They get it out wide or go through like certain phases of the field where they're just very controlling, and they can do it all. Like they can cross and. But I'm not ruling out the U.S. Out of this game yet. I think they'll show heart. Obviously, it's a big rivalry game. Um, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because of where the game is going to be played and who the home team is going to be. So I think that's another factor to take into account. Um, yeah, it was really good. It was really good. I actually really enjoyed this game. It was very good. Um, but yeah, just looking forward at it. Obviously, the group standings over here. Mexico is first currently, and then the U.S. You have the USA in second right now, and then you have Costa Rica in third. Honestly, I think if Costa Rica was in the other group, they would have given other teams a run for their money. If I'm being completely honest, I think they're actually not a bad team. To be honest, I watched quite a bit of their plays and I was really impressed with them actually. Um, and then here you have the Dominican Republic in last, obviously. So I think goal difference honestly might play a factor here um, if no teams obviously win that game. Obviously, these two games I don't think matter besides pride, if I'm being honest. And so it's gonna be interesting actually to see kind of what happens um and and kind of where um where that all unfolds basically. So obviously Jackson Yule opened the scoring, um and Jason Christ actually said, I thought that we were too cautious about the game. We just weren't getting the job done. So for me, mostly about positioning, but also about intent and attitude. And I think that's going to be interesting because I think we're going to see that a lot more because, um, what's interesting about it all is that a lot of these guys actually um, will start kind of you know, a lot of teams that the U.S. come up against now from here on out is going to be teams that are just going to be sitting back, especially like within this region here. So I think what's going to be interesting about that is how it's all going to play to the hands of U.S. and um, the U.S. is actually just going to have to manage that a whole lot better, I think, than what was done here. Um, so, in my opinion, uh, I think the U.S. needs to prepare better uh, for it, and just being able to ensure that the job gets done, which they obviously did. And there's going to be a lot of frustrating games where um, it's not fun as well, or it's not just enjoyable at all, and things like that. But at the end of the day, um, the job was done, and again, nothing else matters besides that, obviously, because yeah, I mean, teams will frustrate you. This is a tournament. Teams are fighting for their lives. You just get the job done. Guys are fighting to go to the CONCACAF, so I am I am happy that they did that actually because it's nice to see. It's very very nice to see. So yeah, but I think you know that that Canada the Canada Honduras game is going to be so important. I can see team set up kind of for a draw kind of thing. Um, not because not because of anything else, but because obviously all teams can qualify. Honestly, like if a team loses very very badly and stuff like that, like it would be very very interesting to see kind of what transpires from there. Um, Edison Espinoza, I thought he had a bright first half. Obviously, the Dominican Republic player. I thought his first half was really really good. I thought he showed signs of how young he is and what he can do, which was really really nice to see actually. So I have high hopes for him in the future. I think he'll do great things, and I think the sky's the limit for the lad. But yeah, don't don't forget to so that we'll just end it here. Actually, it was a super short video, super short. Uh, we don't want to prolong it at all and make it like a very, very long thing. So we're just gonna keep it short here. Um, but guys, really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the video below. Um, because that helps push up the videos and the algorithm. Um, gives me more reason to be doing these videos, to be honest. So yeah, if you guys will be kind enough to like or subscribe this video, don't forget to turn on the bell notification every time I go live. You can see it here, and yeah, we'll end it there today. But guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Obviously, always a pleasure and always a joy to hang out with you all. So take care. Love you guys. See you guys.